Hello and welcome to Living Fabulously with Bev. In today's Top Tips, I'm talking to Dr. Heather Clark. Welcome, Heather.
Hello, Bev. Thank you.
So, we've been talking about all things adrenal fatigue, burnout, and alignment with your truth self. So, Heather, please tell me why it is that we create internal stress.
It's because we're disconnected from who we truly are. So you come into the world, you're wired a particular way. This doesn't change. And when you're very young, you develop a way of being or an identity. And at first, it's no problem because it's real close to each other. But through a series of very small decisions over time, how you're being gets further and further away from who you really are. Until pretty quick, you've got a big identity gap. Now, all of the stress and tension in life is in the gap between these two. Furthermore, it relates to how much energy you can get into your life as well. And this is energy in your body, your business, emotional energy, spiritual, just all kinds of energy. So a way to visualize it is if you imagine that we all have the same capacity to channel vital force energy. We all come into the world with this same size of tube, except that how it relates is here's who you really are, here's how you're being. The bigger your identity gap, the smaller your ability to channel vital force energy.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, until pretty quick, it's like trying to drink a milkshake through a coffee stirrer. And the good thing about it is if you close your identity gap even a little bit, you get a big change in how much more energy you can channel into your life.
Wow, that's profound. So, Heather, then what are your top tips then for letting go of that internal stress? How do we close that gap?
One of the easiest ways to close that gap is to really tune in to who you truly are. And there's lots of different ways to do that. I have a few different modalities for that. But the quick and dirty way, if you will, is to really tune in to your higher self. And let's just run through it ever so briefly. First, you want to hack into your physiology and shut off your stress response system. And we simply do that with breathing. So it's a big breath in, hold for a moment, bigger breath out. And you can continue that process until you kind of feel that release. And then just simply make a request. Please connect me to my higher self. And then we can kind of test it. It's pretty easy. Just say, truth, my body likes to drink water. And then notice how that feels in your body. And then, truth, my body likes to drink paint thinner. And notice how that feels. Did you get a difference?
Yeah, my body doesn't like paint thinner.
Exactly. The first one was probably light or open or bright or positive in some way. And then the second one with paint thinner is heavy or closed or dark or something more negative. There you go. Now that is a way that you can tune in to what's true for you. Because what's true for you is you're a no on paint thinner. Now you can use this with anything. So let's say that there is a muffin. Truth, this is in my highest and best good to eat right now. And then notice, does that feel heavy or does that feel light? And then you can use this with anything. Is it my highest and best good to go here? Is it my highest and best good to fill in the blank? And as you start to do that, that's a way to really get in tune with what's true for you and who you really are, because your soul is talking to you all the time. You are always receiving these soul signals, and this is an easy way to begin to get in touch with that.
That's beautiful, because I guess the simplicity of it is, I would call it simplexity. It's simple and yet complex at the same time. But, simple to do, practice. But the complexity is that actually when you start to tune in, you won't be saying yes when you mean no.
Exactly. Or if you do, you'll at least have an awareness. And then it becomes a more powerful choice instead of, well, I always say yes when I'm invited to dinner with so and so. And I don't always have a good time, blah, blah, but I always say yes. Well, this way you can tune in. Is it in my highest and best good to go to dinner with them tonight? And then even if you get a no, you may still choose to go. Your perception might be that it's somehow easier to go. But at that point, it is now a powerful choice. And even that level of awareness really ratchets down the stress level, which is what we're after. It's one of the big things we're after. It's stress elimination through authenticity.
Beautiful, Heather. So where can we find out more about you?
You can find me. My website is vibrantagain.com. And you can find me there, or I'm also on Facebook at Vibrant Again.
Beautiful, thank you. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, we've done a full interview for your listening pleasure, and it's pure gold. So come over to www.livingfabulously.com/podcasts to listen to the full interview. Thank you for being with me today, Heather.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a pleasure.